Okay, so if you are in this space where there's been like a big transition, either you switch careers, or you're retiring, or you're retired, or a 20 plus year relationship ended, or the kids are grown, you're just at this point where, after years and years of being a high achiever, there's a need for you, or there's a feeling that things cannot continue the same way because of this transition, that you cannot continue to, it's just not possible, right? It's happened. So how do I respond? Where do I go from here? For some of the ladies that I've worked with, the question about what next is really what is percolating underneath it all. So what I'm doing on July 7th is I'm opening up a program called Unlocked. It's essentially a space where you get to really, really go in, within, excavate, I like to say, to get in touch with your desire. What is my soul saying about what's next for me? I've been in this marriage, I've been in this relationship, the kids are grown, I'm no longer doing this, I just started this, but I know that the way that I was cannot be the way that I am. I have no desire to continue like that. The transition, the shift, has actually caused me to see that there is an opportunity to live my life differently. There's an opportunity for me to show up 100% as myself, to find out, most importantly, what that looks like, and to get into the lane of making it happen. Because when I was in that relationship, when the kids needed me, when I was doing that, when I was in that career, even though things seemed okay, now I see, now that it's no longer there, that things were not okay. I was barely surviving. I was just doing things to keep it going. I was maintaining the status quo. I was smiling when it was like, this is trash. I don't want to be like this anymore. But I had no choice. So, what you also start to realize is that what may have appeared to be something that was an unfortunate happening, especially if in relationally, where a marriage, a relationship, long term, suddenly ends, is can be used, can be turned into a new, I don't want to say new, but a beginning, a different beginning, or a different continuation, right? That is completely or as aligned as it can be with what you really want. The opportunity for you to change things up, to address the things that had been gnawing at you or had been there in the background subtly that you did not want to face or you didn't even know you had to face. Unlocked is where we make that happen. It's 5 women, it's an intimate setting, curated specially for this purpose, for where you figure out what that next step is, or where you hone in on what that next step is. Because I feel like when many of us say we don't know, we actually know, but we're clouded by societal expectations, from mom expectations, from all the different things that have kept us in a certain role or in a certain way of being. And so when we say we don't know, what we're really saying is that I have not spent enough time tuning in to myself to really figure out what the next half is supposed to be. But now I have the time. Now the opportunity has been I've been thrust into that opportunity. And I want you to know that while maybe you, it's not what you wanted, it's not the end. There's a whole new space opening up for you. There's a whole new realm in which you can really, really, really live life on your terms. And I don't say that in that ambiguous, nebulous way where people are just like, live your best life. You really will be living you know why you know it's your best life? Because you feel so aligned with it. It will feel so real. So you feel that sense of, wow, so this is what it is to be in a relationship. So this is what it means to be living my desires out. So this is what it means to be in control of the things that I do, the decisions that I make, the places that I go, the friendships that I have, how I'm showing up, what I'm saying, where I'm free to be myself, where I don't have to worry about performing, where I don't have to worry about maintaining a certain facade or covering, or where just being a woman is is freeing, where I'm not like, oh my goodness, there's so much that will happen. I can't even like, I'm trying to express it from my soul, but I can't, because there is so much that happens in this space, and I truly truly want you to be a part of this. So it's 5 women, it's over 6 weeks, and you will live with a whole new energy, a whole new feeling that's emanating from your core, where you're just like, wow, I get to be me. I get to choose the friends that I want. I get to show up where I want to show. I get to be myself. And you really know what being yourself is. You're not second guessing. You're not ship shifting. You're not considering him, his needs, somebody else's needs, nothing. And you get to do this for yourself. You get to tap into your souls. I keep saying this: numbers lie, women lie. Well, numbers are used to lie. Women lie, men lie, but your soul's desire will not lie to you. You will get the chance to really, really get in tune with yourself. All those feelings you've been avoiding, years after year, where you just kept going and going and going, where you did not allow yourself, or you didn't even know that you were so disconnected with your feelings, that you were just going and going. Because that's what happens to a lot of us high achieving women, especially black women. We are not given the luxury of feeling. Feelings have been villainized. Feelings are so good, they're so sexy, they're the best thing ever. But you have to come to that point. And I offer that to you, along with 4 other women, the opportunity to be in touch with your feelings, to really lean in to what you want to do. What excited you when you were 5, 10, 15, 20, before all the trauma, small t, big T. And I'm being a little facetious, but it's true. What excited you before your role as a mom, as a wife, as an older child, as all the things, as saving society? The feelings, the dreams that you had, this is where you get to come back to them. That returning home, that sounds so cliche, it's going to be real for you. I promise you. Show up for yourself. It's time. The next half cannot be like the other half. And I don't just mean because you're in a new space. I mean, you're living it with intention. You're going after what you really want. You're living life in a way that is so vibrant, so exciting. You'll feel on top of the world. I do. And there's still so much more for me. But I'm as close to as I've ever been, being fully aligned. Self-actualization is a real thing. I'm showing up 100% as myself. Does that mean there's no more work to be done? No. But I'm as close to being in completion as I've ever been. And I'm really excited. And I want to share that with you, because I too was where you were, doing all the things. I was seeking external validation from everywhere, everyone, going from one thing to another, buying clothes, buying jackets. I've shared the story about how I bought a jacket 2 times. I was so disconnected. I was just trying, like, I want to feel worthy. I want to feel enough. But I didn't know that it was all inside. I was enough. I was worthy just as I was. But I didn't know. It took a lot of money, a lot of wasted time. But you know what? Everything happens for a reason. But I got there. And I'm so excited. I really want you to be a part of this. I'm offering this experience at a quarter of the price that it's going to be, or the investment that it's going to be, because I don't want to make it I want to make it a no-brainer. I really want you to just get in there. It's going to be something that will change your life. I promise you. This is something like that I've never done. I've done bits of it, here and there, but the way it's going to be, the way it's going to fold, shape out to be, unfold, is going to be wow. And the best thing is that it will be at such an investment of your time, of your energy, of your money, that you won't even feel it. But the results, the transformation, for life, for life, for life. You get to live that life that you thought you never would. You see that when you were pretending and holding yourself back, when you were minimizing your voice, You weren't even living. That wasn't even the tip of the iceberg. Unlocked is going to be so fantastic. So, I mean, I'm biased, but with due reason, honestly. And I'm not trying to convince you. I'm convicted, so I'm just sharing my conviction. I will never convince anyone to do what they don't want to do or to be in a space they don't want to be. I'm just so excited and I want to share it with you. That's what this is about. So if you're remotely interested in seeing what this is, the link is in the description, and all you do is you sign up on the priority list, because it's only 5 that I'm offering, so that I can really get into it, so that you can really get into it, you know. So you get on the priority list so that when I open the doors on July 7th, then you know you can join me and the other ladies. So I hope to see you inside. Ciao.